Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Universe Mode in 2K24. It is the final episodes of Raw and SmackDown before we get to our first pay-per-view, first premium live event, Night of Champions, where we will be crowning all of our inaugural champions. And to open up the show, we would like to share a message that has been shared by our Raw General Manager, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he says, tonight's show, tonight's Raw, we will see the final qualifications for the championship matches at Night of Champions. A number of our superstars have already booked their place on the big show, but there's still a few places left to decide. And for some of the stars who are going to be competing at Night of Champions, who have already qualified, we don't want them to all be rusty going into the big show, so we're going to have some action for people who have already qualified as well. So we're going to have a very varied show according to the general manager, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And with that said, it's time that we get into our first match of the evening. And it is in the the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. It's the final round of the round robin system. So let's find out who will be going to the pay-per-view. And they're already in the ring. It's Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso. They have a little handshake to kick things off. And now the match is underway. Well, we already know Drew McIntyre has already booked his spot at Night of Champions. He will be competing in the World Heavyweight Championship match thanks to victories over both of these men. A pinfall victory over Seth Rollins 2 weeks ago and a count-out victory over Jey Uso last week. Can one of these men book their spot alongside him? Jey Uso rolls through with a super kick out of the schoolboy. There's an enziguri from Seth Rollins. Back and forth, neither men really able to take control of the matchup so far. Rollins gonna see there, he's gonna use the ropes to his advantage. Jey Uso does finally collapse to the mat, and Rollins gonna follow up with a knee, but Uso not going to take that lying down, so to speak, as now stomping away at Rollins in the corner, but again, he gets a big boot up as there's a schoolboy into the cover. John Code in position, only gets a 1 count, however. It's now Jey Uso taking a moment on the outside of the ring. Rollins looked like he was going for a suicide dive, but decides against it. Maybe too early in this contest to be making such big risks like that. Jey with a few big strikes rocks Rollins, sends him halfway across the ring, and he's stuck on the ropes now. Jey Uso going to use this to get a few strikes in. And a big rebound clothesline, very nice by main event Jey Uso. Now it's Rollins' turn to take a breather on the outside of the ring. Goes for the right hand, doesn't get anything to Jey. And now Rollins with a big springboard knee, rocking Jey Uso. Both men looking to exchange punches, but Rollins is the first one to it. Over the top, under. Rollins with a sling blade, very brilliantly executed. Looking to follow that up from the top rope as Jey gets back to his feet. Double axe handle. Drops the former member of the Bloodline. Rollins, backbreaker. He caught Jey out there and thinking he was going for the Irish whip. It was not to be on that occasion. Rollins with a moonsault, fantastically done off of the springboard. The cover here, again, only getting a 1 count. As Rollins looks to have finally seized control of this match. There's now a face buster that's dropped Jey Uso. Jey could be in trouble here. Rollins was looking perhaps for the pedigree, but Jey, wily enough to avoid disaster there, looking for a super kick. Rollins gets out of the way, looks for the roll up, but it's going to be a rope break. Rollins behind for a German suplex, but another rope break saving Jey Uso. Jey really struggling to get anything going in this match. Rollins, he's disappointed so far in the tournament. A loss and a draw to this point. He needs to win to have any chance of going to Night of Champions. Jey now with a big splash in the corner. Starting to get some momentum going for the first time in this contest, perhaps. Jey, big clothesline, dumps Rollins to the outside of the ring. He's going to follow him. He is going to follow him, looking for a big elbow drop, which Rollins manages to get out of the way of. Now, it's important to note that should this match end in a draw, or should Rollins win by count-out or disqualification, that's not enough. Rollins will be knocked out of the tournament with those results. Jey Uso's already on 3 points. As he goes for a suicide dive and he connects it, Rollins currently sitting on 1. 1 point is not enough for Rollins. He needs all 3 points from this contest. Now Jey has the momentum in this one, looking to take control of this contest. A few stomps down in the corner. Rollins moves out of the way of that one. Very nicely done by the Architect. As Rollins now, he was looking for it earlier, looking for that pedigree, but again, Jey finds a way out of one of Rollins' signature maneuvers. Brilliantly done by Jey Uso. And now Rollins is the man who looks to be in trouble in this contest. Gets a 2 count, Jey. Don't know if Rollins was perhaps trying to conserve his energy there or what, but it almost gave Jey the win, and he drops Jey with that strike up to the top rope now. Rollins loves high risk offense, but is he going to the well one too many times? Not on this occasion. As Jey now with a roll up. This is how he beat Cody Rhodes. Only gets a 1 off of Rollins though. Oh, Jey Uso with a spear out of nowhere, and again Rollins in trouble. Again a 2 count from Jey. Almost had this match won. The crowd are starting to chant "Fight Forever." They are loving this contest between 2 of the top stars on Raw. Jey Uso firmly in control of this match now. Rollins is dazed, he's stunned, he was not prepared for that spear into the corner. He only just got the shoulder up. Rollins was looking for a clothesline. Jey was wise to it. As a big headbutt now. Jey from the top looking for an elbow drop, does not connect. And again, Rollins looking for the pedigree, and he finally gets it. Finally gets the pedigree on Jey Uso. 1, 2. No, Jey gets the shoulder up. Rollins' face tells the story. He cannot believe that Jey Uso was able to kick out of that maneuver. Rollins now taking Jey to the top rope. Good evening, Ali. You join us into a very competitive match. Jey fights back and pushes Rollins off the top rope. Rollins wisely rolling to the outside. Jey was looking to capitalise with a suicide dive, and he does not get any of it. Rollins getting Jey back into the ring. Like we said earlier, he knows it has to be a pinfall or submission for Rollins as the kick to the gut. Referee, get out of the way. Rollins with a curb stomp to Jey Uso to send Rollins to Night of Champions. 2, 3, he's done it. Seth Rollins has come all the way back in this tournament from a loss in the first round, a draw against Cody Rhodes last week. He gets the win tonight. Seth Rollins is going to Night of Champions with a chance to become the first World Heavyweight Champion. But of equal importance, Jey Uso, after that brilliant start to the tournament in the first round, he's been eliminated. Jey Uso ends the tournament on 3 points. Seth Rollins ends the tournament on 4 points. And that does mean that both Drew and Seth are ahead of Jey in the standings at the end of it. Jey Uso eliminated from this competition. You have to feel for Jey Uso in that one. He's given it his all this whole tournament. He's excited us. He's entertained us. Yeah, it was a huge upset in the first round, perhaps when he defeated Cody Rhodes, but wasn't able to kick on from there. Well, there you go. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins have both qualified for the World Heavyweight Championship match. All that remains to be seen, will it be a one-on-one match? Or is Cody Rhodes going to join them? We'll find out later on tonight in our main event. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we must move on with the action on Raw as we head into our next match. It's me, Billy. Well, this is one of the matches that Stone Cold was talking about earlier tonight. Competition between competitors who have already booked their place at Night of Champions. And here we're going to get a bit of an insight into the Raw Tag Team Championship match.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day from Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland. Weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor!
Finn Balor, one of the members of Judgment Day, he and Damian Priest will be competing for that Raw Tag Team Championship at the first Premium Live event of the series. And what we're going to see tonight, we're going to see a one-on-one match. We're going to see half of both those teams competing in singles action. A little teaser, a little taste of what's to come at the pay-per-view. And also it's a chance for one team to gain momentum before the championship contest. Obviously Finn Balor, we saw what he and Damian Priest were doing tag team competition, but Finn Balor arguably excels as a singles competitor, so he will not be phased heading into this contest. In fact, I think he's going to relish the opportunity to show what he can do when he stands on his own 2 feet.
It's a new day, yes it is!
And of course, Judgment Day will be taking on New Day for the championship at Night of Champions. And tonight, it is Kofi Kingston.
And his opponent, representing the New Day from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, Kofi Kingston!
That's right, it's Kofi Kingston who will be representing the Pions of Positivity. Is that actually a word? I don't know. I might have just made a word up there. Pioneer is probably what I meant. Yeah, apparently pions are subatomic particles. That's not quite how I would describe the New Day. So I'm going to go with pioneers of positivity. Even though they didn't invent positivity, I'm going to call them that anyway. So this should be an exciting one-on-one contest as Kofi Kingston and Finn Balor go head-to-head. Finn Balor out of the gate quickly with some quick strikes and a Pele kick, dropping Kingston. A quick cover from Finn Balor early in the contest. Gets a 1 count, but that's all he's going to get. Balor with a quick snap suplex into the cover again, looking to end this match quickly. Wants to make sure he's fresh by the time the championship match rolls around. At Night of Champions, Kofi reverses the Irish Whip and a quick drop kick into the corner. Big leg drop, very well done by Kofi Kingston. Quickly getting back into the ring and to follow with an elbow drop. It's not going to have much success. Balor drops Kingston a double foot stomp to the chest, trying to soften him up perhaps for the coup de grace. I don't know what happened there. I don't know how Kofi Kingston can get. Oh my goodness! Oh what happened? Oh my god! So that is what I call a suicide dive from Kingston, and he seemed to dislocate multiple joints in his leg on the barricade. I'm slightly concerned for Kingston's health actually. Serious damage could have been done to Kofi Kingston. He's going to have to be careful for the rest of this match and going into the tag team contest. Back with a code breaker, dropping Kingston again. Hard-hitting back and forth action so far in this match between two of the most exciting competitors on the roster. Two men who, if they wanted to, I'm sure, would have a shot at capturing singles gold, but for now, both men are looking towards the tag team division with their respective teammates. Balor looking supremely confident now, as he lines Kingston up with a shotgun dropkick into the corner. And already Kofi Kingston could be in serious trouble in this one-on-one match. Balor looking for the coup de grace, but Kingston gets out of the way and hits him with a springboard dropkick. That could have been curtains for Kofi Kingston, who now looks to be lining up for the Trouble in Paradise. And he gets it! An early Trouble in Paradise in this match. Balor could be out. He gets out at late 1 and early 2. I'm not quite sure which one it was. That's only because it's so early in the match that I think Balor was able to kick out of that. Yeah, if we'd had a more extensive match to this point and Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise, I think that's curtains for Finn Balor. The New Day boom drop. Gets a 2 count for Kofi Kingston. And Kingston looking again for the Trouble in Paradise. And again he gets it on Finn Balor. Balor in serious trouble. And again he kicks out one, perhaps even quicker than last time. And there's a Pele kick. Where is Balor getting this? Just the ability to kick out. Where is he getting this strength, this energy from? Balor slowing down the match a little bit now, trying to slowly work away on Kofi Kingston, trying to take away the energy Trying to take away the pace of the match, slow it down to something that suits him a little bit more. But taking a moment to assess the situation as Kofi pulls himself up in the corner. Balor's going to drop him to the mat there. Talking a little smack now. Mocking Kofi Kingston as he goes for a massive drop kick. Excellently done. That slam into the cover. Kofi needs to kick out of this one, and he does. Balor over the top, and again he misses. He misses with the suicide dive. He needs to stop going for that, I think. That's the second time this match returned, because he's missed one of those maneuvers. There's a big splash from Kingston on the outside. Allows him to take control, if only for a moment. Referee telling Balor and Kingston to get back in the ring. Balor, he does not give a damn. He does not give a damn. But he is going to get back in the ring. Perhaps take the count out. If Kofi Kingston can't get back to his feet. Kofi does. He's going to get back in the ring quite comfortably. Balor needs to be careful because Kingston's there. He was actually luring him in. And there's a roll up. Balor looking to steal this matchup. It's only a 2 count again. Oh, a big forearm from Balor. Kofi Kingston has been rocked by that one. Big shot from Balor and a snap there to drop Kingston. Rebounds off the rope and a big drop kick to the side of the head. Balor has started to truly take control and dominate this contest. But Kofi's still looking to fight back with everything he can. Off the rope, Kingston looking for a drop kick. Balor for a 3rd time with a Pele kick. And again, Kingston rolls out of the ring. Balor looking for the suicide dive again. Oh, he thought better of it. He fakes him out this time. He's learned from his mistakes. And now Balor has had control of this match and he's looking to put an end to things before it can get him into any trouble before the championship opportunity. Taking a moment to gloat in front of the fans and the commentators. I'm not sure that's a wise manoeuvre. Heads up to the top now. Balor for the decisive end. The coup de grace once again. This time it connects. 1, 2, 3. A big win for Finn Balor in this match. Kofi not happy about that. And he says, you know what, I'll see you on Sunday, Finn. Or Saturday, whenever the match happens. But he's happy with that result. It's Finn Balor. A huge win for the Judgment Day, heading towards Night of Champions. Time to move on to our next contest. And we head over to the women's division where we have a bit of an interesting mix going on, shall we say, in this next matchup.
Introducing first, from Elmwood Park, New Jersey,
At Night of Champions. It's going to be a triple threat match to crown our first women's world champion. And here's one of the participants in that match, Liv Morgan. She qualified last week after an epic encounter with Zoe Stark. And you heard it at the top of the entrances. It's a tag team match. Liv Morgan actually teaming with one of her opponents in that triple threat match. It's Becky Lynch.
And her partner from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch also qualifying last week in her match with Shayna Baszler, an impressive showing by the man in that contest. Now don't worry, we're going to keep things fair, and Rhea Ripley will also be competing later on tonight. She's not taking part in this match, but she will be competing before the show has ended. So look forward to that. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break there. Becky Lynch completes her entrance. We're back already. Anyway, let's get their opponents out here. And up first is Candice LeRae, making her debut this series.
And from Riverside, California, Candice LeRae.
She's looking to make an impact on her debut in tag team competition. Let's also get her partner out here for this contest. It's Indy Hartwell. There's these two old partners coming together once again, and perhaps they could be a force in the tag team division. We'll have to see going forward. They'll be hoping to get a good victory tonight, if that is indeed their ambition.
And from Melbourne, Australia, Indy Hartwell.
So, you know, a well-established team, a unit, friends going up against, and two individuals, to be honest, two individuals who have clashing objectives in just a few days' time. Are Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan going to let that championship match get in the way of a victory tonight? We'll have to see how that turns out for them in this contest. They can't afford to lose momentum. Surely you think they can put it aside for one night just to get the job done in this contest. Candice LeRae with a schoolboy into a kick. Quick opening to this contest. Looking for an Irish whip. Liv Morgan going to reverse it, and into the corner they go. Big head smash into the turnbuckle. That'll send you for make you a bit looping. A bulldog already targeting the head of Candice LeRae, maybe trying to knock her out early. I think that was elbow up there by LeRae to get out of the way of that one. Now it's Liv Morgan's turn to end up in the corner. Candice LeRae, how's she going to capitalise on this? Up to the top turnbuckle. What on earth are we looking at here? LeRae. Few elbows. LeRae with an inverted Frankensteiner off the top rope. A fantastic manoeuvre. Morgan going to make the tag to Becky Lynch. She's been practically knocked out by that manoeuvre. She had enough to get the tag, or LeRae's not happy about it. She's going to go after Liv. And you see Becky there, just going to let that happen. She doesn't mind if Liv Morgan's going to take a few heavy hits before Night of Champions. That works in her interest, of course. LeRae, though, so far, definitely holding her own against two of the top competitors in the Raw Women's division, with Becky with a back exploder suplex. And for the first time, really, in this match, LeRae looks to be rocked. Becky with a back exploder. Big uppercut. Oh, she's looking for a leg drop, and you know Becky Lynch once is never enough. She's going to go for a second leg drop, but she's gone to the well too many times there as LeRae gets out of the way. The second leg drop and a brainbuster stuns Becky. Goes for the cover. Is it going to be enough? Gets a 2 count, but not by much. Wasn't close to being a 3, really. And now LeRae wisely going to tag in Indy Hartwell to keep up the damage. Going to meet Becky on the outside. And I think LeRae obstructed Indy Hartwell just enough to where the suicide dive missed. And it now looks to be real trouble for Indy Hartwell as she gets stuck in a disarmer on the outside. Becky going to release it quickly, though, just trying to get some quick damage in. Obviously not going to win by submission on the outside. Again, Hartwell going after Liv Morgan. Becky looking to try and maybe get a sneak attack in, but she doesn't get it. Irish whip, countered, turned around by Becky Lynch with an arm drag. Excellently done. Well, there's the roll up. Not going to get much off of it though. Becky Lynch still has far too much left in the tank to be caught out by that one. But both teams going to make tags here. Back to LeRae and Morgan. Running Bulldog. And another Bulldog. Now what is Liv looking for here? Off the rope for an enziguri. Well executed. LeRae stunned for the moment. Liv doesn't want to let up on the offense. Tag team maneuver incoming here. Becky Lynch back in the match. Double back body drop. And so far, Lynch and Morgan working together well, but LeRae drops Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan seems to be in Becky's view, and that could be a concussive blow into the cover now. And Liv Morgan gonna make the save. As now Becky with a roll-up, trying to catch LeRae off guard. Liv Morgan dumping Indy Hartwell to the outside. Doesn't get enough. It's only a 2 count. Becky sizing up her opponent though, looking for the manhandle slam, and that could be it. 1, 2, 3. Just like that, Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan pick up the win. Sometimes the whole is not as great as the sum of its parts, and even though Hartwell and LeRae know each other well and they're an established unit, they just couldn't overcome the sheer talent of Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan tonight. The manhandle slam getting the job done. And to be fair, these two seem to be quite respectful, quite amicable, heading towards their championship match. And that's fair enough. These two, I feel, respect each other. And I'm sure once the bell rings at Night of Champions, both of them will be giving absolutely everything they have to walk away with the belt. Okay, well, we've had a couple of, I guess you could say, warm-up matches. For the pay-per-view, but it's time for another qualifying match. Because we've already had 2 men qualify for the Intercontinental Championship match, but it is going to be a triple threat at the pay-per-view. So we're going to decide the last spot with a triple threat match.
It's a triple threat match! Making his way to the ring from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Bronson!
Big bad Bronson Reed making his way to the ring. Again, another debutant tonight, making their first appearance of the season. And Bronson Reed is going to have the size and the strength advantage in most matches that he competes in. But can he take advantage of that tonight? Sorry, I've been asked to shush. No, I will shush. And he thanked me.
Representing the Alpha Academy from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable!
The leader of the Alpha Academy is Chad Gable, one of the most technically gifted competitors on the roster. Thank you, Chad Gable, for what I'm sure is going to be an incredible match. No, thank you! Very grateful to the fans for their support, clearly. But will he make his opponents a shoosh tonight? One more competitor to get out here. And probably the favourite.
And from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens!
Well, much like his best friend Sami Zayn, who's already qualified for the Intercontinental Championship match, this is a competitor who very well could and probably should be competing for the World Heavyweight Championship. He didn't quite make the cut for the tournament, so instead he's looking at that Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions. I think he will have a great opportunity if he can qualify for that match, of course. If he wants to be the Intercontinental Champion, he's going to have to win 2 triple threat matches. That goes for everyone involved in this particular match. We're going to get this one underway now. The last spot in the Intercontinental Championship match up for grabs here. Let's get this match underway as the 2 bigger men in this contest go straight after each other. And Chad Gable, thank you! Double super kick from Kevin Owens as Gable strikes while the 2 men are distracted into a roll-up, looking for a quick victory hit. He doesn't even get a 1 count. I don't know why he looked like he'd gone to celebrate there. Chad Gable taken down by Kevin Owens. And look at the power of Big Bad Bronson. That punch didn't seem to do anything. The second one seemed to have more luck though, as now Owens goes straight from behind and a German suplex to Gable. And again, the strength of Bronson on display. Chad Gable again going for a roll-up. Again, doesn't even get a 1. Big strike and a big knee. Bronson, I don't know what he was looking for there, but Gable gets out of it. A big knee, stuns the big man. Gable misses the clothesline. That is a Samoan drop to Gable. Gable, obviously the smallest man in this contest by quite some distance, does not use his speed, his agility and his wits. He wants to walk out this one the victor. Kevin Owens has brought a bloody baseball bat into this match. All legal in under triple threat rules. Taking out the leg of Bronson Reed for Owens. Gable content to let Owens work down the leg for Bronson. And then going to strike while he can. Big Northern Light suplex into a bridge. Again, not getting anything for it though. Side suplex from Bronson Reed. Owens looking for a DDT. He gets it. Gable sweeps the leg into a cover. Gable, he really just wants to win this match as quickly as possible. He knows, whoever wins this match, they don't want to take too much damage in this contest. It's going to put them at a big disadvantage. Like champions, a big kick from Bronson takes down Gable. That's going to get one kill. Oh, to the back of the head of Bronson. Oh, and that one's going to drop Owens. And that one's going to drop Bronson. Chad Gable suddenly becoming the aggressor in this contest. Big neck breaker. Gable decides better. He decides against the suicide dive, let's put it that way. Misses the knee though, as Bronson looking for a devastating powerbomb into the cover now. But Owens is right there, he is going to break up the pinfall attempt. As Bronson, with a big manoeuvre, dropping Kevin Owens, but Gable's there, he's going to make the save. Two opportunities in a row there for Bronson, scuppered by the third man in the contest. Gorilla press and just drops Gable. Bronson suddenly looking like the most likely man to win this, is hitting the big manoeuvres, but Owens with a stunner, broken up though by Gable, who has the baseball bat now, and I think he was going to toss it at Owens. The snap suplex puts a stop to that though. Code breaker from Owens. And now we've gone from Bronson being the aggressor to Owens as he looks for a big splash, and he does get it. Bronson Reed has a sledgehammer and he takes it to the gut of Kevin Owens. Goes for the cover. Gable's there. He's gonna break it up. You really need to be careful with your surroundings in a triple threat contest. Really need to know where all the competitors are at any given time. Gable with a kick to the gut. He's going to look for that roll up again, I think. He gets it. Is it going to be enough? He only gets a 1 count out of it. Big shot to the back by Gable. Got to roll into the arm drag. Looking for a big boot to follow it up, but Bronson. Oh, he drops Bronson with the knee. A huge knee from Gable. Owens, I don't know why he's taking the long way around there. Just swatted away by Chad Gable. Now looking to swing him round into a neck breaker, gets it. Headbutt from Bronson. Owens pushes Bronson away. What are we going to see next in this contest? Owens heading to the top rope, looking for perhaps for the frog splash, but Bronson gets back to his feet and Owens is going to decide against it. Instead he hits a big clothesline. Shoosh! Owens with a pop-up powerbomb. Gable realises the danger. He's going to get in to break it up. Gable looking to strike. with a German suplex. And a second, but Bronson's there. Bronson is there. This could be trouble. Big slam by Bronson. Dropping Chad Gable. Sit out on Kevin Owens into the cover. But again, Gable's there to make the save. He was looking for the chair. Didn't get it. Nice head scissors by Chad Gable. Bronson now rolling out of the ring. This could be an opportunity for one of these men to really take advantage of the match or even get the win. Chad. Oh, a little bit of technical mat wrestling there to take down Owens. You see the frustration as there's a wheelbarrow kick there. Now Bronson dumping Gable onto the top rope, into a cover now. That's not going to be enough to put down Chad Gable though. Oh, this might be though. An inverted pile driver. But again, Owens there to make the save. They're getting the moves they need. It's just finding the time to make a cover. Owens dropping Bronson with that springboard tornado DDT. And Owens with a stunner. And now Gable's there to make the save. You just don't get the time. And Gable just tosses the sledgehammer at Owens. I think Owens was just about able to swat that one away. As Bronson with an air raid siren into a cover on Gable. Kicks out. Owens would have made the save anyway, I think. Gable content to let these two bigger men hash out their differences almost. Owens dropped to the outside. Gable looking for an opportunity. He has Bronson Reed in the corner. This is going to take an insane feat of strength into the corner. O'Connor roll. German suplex. Owens is nowhere to be found. Gable is going to Backlash. Not to Backlash, I'm an idiot. Going to Night of Champions. I think that would have to be considered an upset. I think Chad Gable was the outsider in that match. But he's shown his ability, he's shown his smarts. And now Chad Gable has an opportunity to become the Intercontinental Champion. Thank you! There you go. Chad Gable will be meeting Sami Zayn and Gunther. One of those men will be your Intercontinental Champion. Well, it's time to head back to the women's division. David Carter and Katana Chance, they'll be competing for the Women's Tag Team Championships at Night of Champions. It's time for a warm-up for them, specifically Katana Chance in one-on-one action.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Kaden Carter from Glen Ridge, New Jersey. Katana Chance!
These two defeated the team of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven to qualify for the championship contest at Night of Champions. But tonight we're going to see what Katana Chance can do in solo competition. Potentially get her team some momentum heading into Night of Champions. Or will the momentum go to her opponent? I promised you people Rhea Ripley would be competing later on tonight. It is now later on tonight. And lo and behold, here is Rhea Ripley. She saw her two competitors get the win in the tag team match earlier tonight. So you know that she'll be looking to pick up a win here to match that. Well, between Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, the Judgment Day could very well be heading home with up to 2 championships. A Night of Champions. Or they could head home with no championships, such is the way of things. So let's get this warm-up contest underway. Who's going to take the momentum into their respective championship contest? I mean, Rhea Ripley, look at the size difference between these two. Rhea clearly going to have the upper hand when it comes to strength in this contest, and she's already demonstrating German suplex, easy as you like really for Rhea Ripley there. And that's what we're going to need to see. We're going to need Katana Chance to make use of her agility. But the big boot might have just knocked her the hell out, to be honest. It hasn't, but it could have done. Big forearm from Ripley. Follow it up with the alley-oop. Alley-oop. Again, no chance using speed and agility to her advantage, and again, Rhea Ripley just drops her before she can even get going with that. Now the ground and pound from Rhea Ripley just may well knock her out with one of those strikes if she keeps it up. Don't know what Katana Chance is clapping about here. She's sort of gotten battered in this match. Rhea Ripley with a big powerbomb, sit-out powerbomb. That's a rope break, John Cone. What are you doing? Luckily, Chance is going to kick out of that powerbomb anyway. Ripley, cool as a cucumber. She's just going to wait. Katana's getting the ring, and like she says there, she's going to break her. She's going to break her, that's what she says. And straight away, that's proving quite prophetic. Oh, hang on a second, a roll up now. The possum pin, it gets nothing. It gets nothing. I think maybe at this point you have to wonder if the goal for Katana is to avoid serious injury in this contest, as even the drop toe hold just gets her absolutely nothing. Rhea into the electric chair. Gonna drop her down across the ropes. This has been as easy as you like for Rhea Ripley. Head first into the turnbuckle. 2! Only gets 2 though before Chance fights out of it. I mean, Katana Chance just getting no momentum in this match whatsoever. There's a big power slam from Ripley. And again, another roll up by Katana, looking to steal a win, but again, doesn't get a 1 off of it. That dropkick sends Ripley into the corner though, stuns her for the first time in this match, and out Katana raining down the big right hands and the stomps. We're going to need some more. Katana Chance is going to need more manoeuvres like that. Now trying to take out the vertical base of Ripley. Ripley rolling to the apron, going to take a breather. She's been caught by surprise here. But Katana Chance is going to give her that opportunity, and the hot shot drops Ripley to the ringside area. A big takedown by Rhea, dropping Katana. Now the frustration starting to build for Ripley. She's tearing apart the announce table. Another German suplex. Ripley now breaking up the count. But there you see the chop block from Katana Chance again going to that vertical base, trying to stop Rhea Ripley from using her power game. She might have just saved herself from a disastrous encounter. Big headbutt from Rhea. She just tosses her into the corner there. Takes her to the top rope. Chance fights out of it. The Irish whip. Ducks underneath. Jumps over. And this time she gets the drop toe hold. A little bit of disrespect from Katana Chance. And I think that might be a mistake. Rhea Ripley is not going to take kindly to that. And already, I think that's being proven correct. Tossing her into the steel steps there. Oh, a little bit of disrespect from Rhea Ripley as well. Insult to injury there a little bit. Rhea going after Kaden Carter as well. Kaden she was not getting involved in the match, just supporting her tag team partner from ringside, and she's just taking a riptide for her trouble. Rhea just catches Katana there. But again, another roll up. Rhea. Never mind. Again, just a quick kick out. Katana Chance seems to think she has this one. If she really thinks that, then I've got no hope for her going forward, to be honest. You know, you've been absolutely decimated in this match. Don't act like it's over before it's over. Rhea catches Katana, who was looking for a Hurricane Rana, and just absolutely plants her into the mat. A big powerbomb there. And now Rhea Ripley looking to finish this one off. The Riptide into the cover. I think that's going to be it for Katana Chance tonight. She gave a spirited effort, but Rhea Ripley is just on another plane of existence. Wasn't really a contest in the end, very one-sided. I think that's an example there of Katana Chance really being a tag team specialist. She's not used to, she's used to being able to hang out to her partner when she needs it. And I think that showed in that match. All three participants in the Women's World Championship match getting the win tonight. All three have momentum. I'm very much looking forward to that match. That could be the match of the night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. It is the final match in the World Heavyweight Championship round robin tournament, and it is Drew McIntyre against Cody Rhodes. Comes straight to the ring here. McIntyre offering a handshake to Cody like we saw earlier tonight, and he's absolutely played. And Cody Rhodes is incensed by this. The disrespect shown by McIntyre, as we're going to get this one underway, and both men absolutely flying at each other. As a reminder, Drew McIntyre qualified for the tournament, for the championship match last week. We got a count-out victory over Jey Uso. It was only 1 point. It does put him on 3 points in this tournament, and that is enough for him to qualify for Night of Champions. We saw Seth Rollins qualify earlier tonight. He's also on 4 points, and that's exactly how he'll end up. There's an inverted pile driver there from Cody, looking for a quick finish to this match. He gets a 2 count. Cody incensed by the disrespect by McIntyre before the opening bell, and so far it actually seems to have worked in Cody's favour. He's just getting the offense out very quickly. Jey Uso has been eliminated from the tournament. He will not be our first World Heavyweight Champion. The only person whose fate is undecided is that man right there, Cody Rhodes. Currently on 1 point, he has to win this match tonight. Oh, McIntyre catches him with a big slap, getting the disrespect from McIntyre. McIntyre, he doesn't even need this match, but you know him, he loves a fight. I think he wants to put a hurting on someone like Cody Rhodes. Given full momentum heading towards that contest, and Drew McIntyre would love 3 victories from 3 in the tournament. I mean, if he did that, he would have an argument to say that he should just be given the World Heavyweight Championship as Cody with a bit of a fake out maneuver there. Cody, okay, he's pumped up, he's raring in this match. It's been all Cody Rhodes to this point. McIntyre incensed him before the bell, maybe taking it a bit easy because he knows his place at Night of Champions is already assured. Cody with a big drop kick. McIntyre fires back with a big right hand. He needs to get some momentum going in this contest. He's going to just toss Cody around like he's a like a stuffed toy almost. And straight to my point, deadlift gut wrench powerbomb. It's just an insane feat of strength, to be honest. And now he's going to go for a deadlift powerbomb to follow it up. The strength of McIntyre on display here tonight. Cody going to push him away with that. Putting some distance, but not very long. Takedown hip toss by McIntyre. And now the strength again of McIntyre tossing Cody halfway across the ring. But he needs to be careful, he needs to not get away from him, he needs to not let his emotions get the better of him. I know he feels disrespected after how this match started, but he can't let that get in the way of his performance here tonight. Cody, though, he looks to be letting the emotions get to him, perhaps as he's decided against the suicide dive and instead follows McIntyre to the outside with a pedigree. Cody's fired up again, same with Rollins earlier tonight. Count out or disqualification won't be enough for Cody Rhodes. He has to get a pinfall victory against McIntyre, who is so far undefeated. Going to take a monumental effort from Rhodes. Drops the elbow on the leg, trying to take away. He's trying to take away the claim. The most devastating weapon in McIntyre's arsenal. Cody dropping an elbow from the second row. Very nicely done. Now he's going to return those big strikes. That's McIntyre's turn. Into a cover, thinks he might have knocked Rhodes out. Gets a 1 count, and that's all he's going to get. McIntyre was looking for that big Glasgow kiss headbutt. He's not going to get it. Cody Rhodes. Oh, that shot looked a bit low. That looked a bit low to me, ref. I think Cody Rhodes is very lucky not to get disqualified for that manoeuvre. McIntyre looking for the Glasgow kiss, doesn't get it. Into the corner he goes. Cody going to follow him. To the top rope we go. Cody looking for a big top rope superplex. McIntyre trying to wriggle free. Cody stalls it and drops a devastating superplex. The crowd chanting, "This is awesome." Cody Rhodes firmly in control of this matchup. A devastating moonsault to follow it up. Cover. John Cody in position. It's a 2 count. Frustration starting to set in, perhaps, for Cody Rhodes. And Cody off the ropes! Hits the Cody cutter into the cover now. 1, 2, and again, McIntyre gets the shoulder up. Cody Rhodes, what's he going to have to do to win this match? Cody looking, he was looking for a decisive end, gets out of the... Cody went for the crossroads. McIntyre looking for the Claymore. And now Cody looking for the crossroads again, and he gets there this time. To go, the Night of Champions, Cody Rhodes. He's done it. It was a must-win for Cody, and win it he did. The crossroads, getting the job done in the end. Handing McIntyre his first loss of the tournament. Your final standings in this competition. Jey Uso finishes bottom of the table with 3 points. Cody and Seth both on 4 points. Well, actually, Cody, Seth, and Drew all on 4 points, actually topping the table. So close yet so far for Jey Uso, but he's definitely one to keep an eye on as we move forward. But there you go. I keep going to say Backlash. At Night of Champions, it's going to be Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match to crown the first World Heavyweight Champion. I do hope you've enjoyed Raw, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a bit of a break. And when we come back, it will be for SmackDown. See you guys in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting patiently during the break. It's time now for SmackDown. And for SmackDown, we need to spice things up a little bit. We need to add a little extra something for what is the final show before our first premium live event, the final show before Night of Champions. So what's better than one dumbass commentator? Two dumbass commentators.
We're spicing it up, and the spice is ginger.
I wrote that. That was a really good
It
joke.
was one of my funny moments. Well, my 1 year is done, sadly.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to kick this off similar to what happened over on Raw. The Rock, he has also put out an announcement. He says, The Rock has seen what Raw is doing over on Monday nights, and he has to admit, there's a lot of good stuff going on over there. And much like on Raw, SmackDown is going to see the final qualifications for Night of Champions. We're going to have the semi-finals of the WWE Universal Championship Tournament. We're going to have the final participants confirmed for the United States Championship match. But The Rock will not be outdone by Steve Austin. The Rock is here to announce that although we will be having our third participant confirmed for the United States Championship match, and we've already had 3 participants confirmed for the WWE Women's Championship match. The Rock is here to announce that he has hand-picked some participants. The Rock has hand-picked 4 participants in both of those championship matches. The 4th participant in the United States Championship match will be discovered on the night. At Night of Champions. On the Night of Champions, you will find out the 4th participant in the United States Championship match. But as for the women's match, The Rock has got a special treat for the millions and millions of The Rock's fans all around the world, because we're going to find out who that participant is tonight. Now let's get on with the show. If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Exciting stuff, I gotta say.
Bold words, big promises by the general manager of the Blue brand. And it's time to head into our first semi-final in this Universal Championship Tournament. And first up is the man who defeated AJ Styles in the quarterfinals. It's LA Knight. Yeah!
It's scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles.
Let me talk to ya.
At 241 pounds.
Alright, you can talk to me. Tell me what you want to tell me about LA Knight.
I think he's fantastic. He has that indistillable quality that you can't quite put your finger on it, you can't quite name it. Some might call it charisma, some might call it force of personality, but it goes a bit above that. He has a substance to him. And I really think this man, in the future, if he doesn't win at least one world championship, it would be a massive, massive injustice. That's my personal opinion.
Well, it's all down to him, really. He needs to put in the performances and he needs to get the job done. But let's get his opponent out here. And much like LA Knight, this is a man who's yet to hold a world title in WWE. It's Solo Sikoa. Not faking us out this time, he is actually announcing his entrance ahead of time. But if you remember back during the quarterfinal match against Rey Mysterio, there was some shenanigans going on.
There was some very sus
In
behaviour.
that contest. And therefore the rest of the bloodline has been banned from ringside for this contest. If they get involved, LA Knight is heading to the finals.
I waited for this day for a long time.
Solo Sikoa has to get the job done tonight. Very interesting decision by The Rock to take away some advantages from his family.
I mean, you can't really criticize him as a GM in that position. That's exactly the right thing to do. The Bloodline have a long, storied history of interfering in important matches, and the fans are sick and tired of it. And I'm sure The Rock is probably sick and tired of it. That's why he's done what he's done. I back him 100%. 100%.
It's our first semi-final match in this tournament. LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa, one of these men heading to Night of Champions to compete for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Get your comments in, people. Who do you think is winning this match? Madge, who do you think is winning this match?
I'm going to back LA Knight. I'm going to back my boy. I mean, I know at times he can flatter to deceive, but I think when he's on it, when he fully focuses himself in that ring, there's very few better than LA Knight.
Well, it's actually Solo Sikoa who's going to take the advantage in the early goings of this match. LA Knight already reeling. A big elbow from Sikoa, dropping LA Knight to the outside. Solo heading to the top rope. We don't see this often, but a big elbow drop does connect, giving Solo Sikoa quite the start in this match. LA Knight is in serious trouble against the self-proclaimed street champ. LA Knight reversing the Irish whip, sending Sikoa into the barricade. He's going to get back into the ring, looking for a bit of a reprieve. Sikoa, he was mocking the fans. LA Knight tried to take advantage, and it is in fact Sikoa who lured him in. And this has been a dominant display by Solo Sikoa to this point.
I mean, he's showing why the Bloodline trust him as their enforcer. You don't get that position on anything but merit. And Solo Sikoa, with a performance like this, he merits the fearsome reputation he has.
A few big shots there from LA Knight. They give him an opportunity to get back into the match. A lot of this match happening on the outside of the ring so far, and I do think that the longer that goes on, it's going to suit Solo Sikoa, and I think LA Knight must have heard me, because he does get back into the ring. LA Knight, he's got a lot of ground to make up in this contest. Also, Madge, since you weren't here last stream, how do you feel about the alternative camera angle?
I really like it. I was about to comment on that camera angle. I think it's very immersive. I like how close it gets you to the action. Adds a lot, I think. I like it.
Yeah, I think what I'm ultimately going to do is I will sort of alternate between the camera angles, sort of as and when I feel like we need to freshen things up.
I think, yeah, freshening it up is exactly what it did. It kept things very fresh. Very unique.
I certainly think this will be the camera angle to go with when we get to the Royal Rumble. So we can actually watch people make their entrances, which will be very cool.
And you could also watch the eliminations from the ground if you get the timing right.
Yeah. LA Knight's quietly taking back control of this match as he hits big air raid siren into the cover. 1, 2. It's a 2 count. Solo does get the shoulder up though.
Yeah, I mean, LA Knight seems to have got back into the match, to be fair to him. He had a rough start, but he's recovered well. He's shown his tenacity, shown he's got a bit more grit than the kind of persona might lead you to expect from LA Knight.
Sikoa getting fired up in this one. Big belly-to-belly suplex, dropping LA Knight. Solo Sikoa has a hold of the throat, looking for that Samoan spike, and he does get it. But the referee calls a rope break. I'm not sure that was the correct decision. That did not look like a rope break to me. Charles Robinson, again, much like last week between Ramsey Orton and Sheamus, making a controversial rope break decision.
I think Robinson might have been unsighted there. I think he saw as we did. the foot of LA Knight clipped the rope as he went up, and I think he was making a snap decision. He maybe assumed that was a rope break, but that by itself, touching the rope for a brief moment, doesn't count as a rope break, as we well know.
Diving headbutt, only getting a 1 for Sikoa here, who's going to be frustrated with the referee. Of course, he's got to be careful not to get disqualified with any talk back or indeed any physicality. LA Knight firing up the fans. Now an Irish whip. Solo Sikoa goes under, goes over with the leapfrog. A big slam. Yeah. Following up the neck breaker as well.
Yeah, he's kind of working over Sikoa, really trying to out-wrestle. Outdo him in the technical department here, which is a smart move because he can't outpower Solo Sikoa. There'd be no hope if he went down that avenue.
Solo once again heading to the top rope, looking for another diving headbutt, and I think that headbutt connected with the back of the skull of LA Knight. He might be unconscious, and I think Solo's trying to make damn sure of it.
Yeah, pounding his head
after
into the
what
mat.
has happened to him in this match. Solo, once again, with a Samoan spike. No chance of a rope break this time. LA Knight is in serious trouble. And he gets the shoulder up at 2. Solo was so shocked he did a 180 spin as a result of that kick out.
Yeah, Solo, I don't know quite what happened there. That was impressive athleticism. He seemed to phase through LA Knight as he got up, which is an impressive use of physics, if nothing else.
LA Knight rolling out of the ring after that kick out. He really doesn't seem to have much left. Although saying that, there's a hip toss from LA Knight. Really needs to fight to get back in this contest. There's a nice drop kick.
Yeah, and part of what you're seeing is how ruthless Sikoa is. I know he's taking a beating now on the outside of the ring, but a lot of superstars would have probably assumed Knight was out for the count, waited for the count out and taken the win that way. But Sikoa, he loves to punish his opponents. He loves beating on people for as long and as hard as he can. He was never going to let LA Knight get away that easy.
LA Knight taking too long getting to the top rope there. Solo going to catch him and toss him to the ground. This has been a very impressive showing from Solo Sikoa to this point of the contest. He's heading to the top rope once again, looking for another diving headbutt, I think. Does not get it this time. But again, he's fighting back, even when LA Knight has an opportunity to take control of the contest. Again, the laws of physics just keep being defied in this match.
I think we witnessed what the kids would call it
Charles Robinson.
a glitch in the Matrix there.
Russian leg sweep. Looking for a drop kick, doesn't get it. Big headbutt from Sikoa. Well, the one thing we haven't seen in this match, obviously, LA Knight has yet to connect with the BFT, the blunt force trauma. That could be the end if he is able to connect with it, as there's a nice float over neck breaker. Oh, sorry, not a float over neck breaker, but it was a suplex turned into a neck breaker, rather. LA Knight not allowing Sikoa any time to rest on the outside, gets him back into the ring. Smart from LA Knight, keeping the offense up. He needs to be careful not to wear himself out. As LA Knight, with a big knee from the top rope to the spine of Solo Sikoa, makes the cover. Solo kicking out a 1.
Yeah, close to 2, but I mean that shows Solo Sikoa is not really anywhere near being out of this match. Not yet.
And now LA Knight looking for the submission instead, looking for a cross arm bar, and just with ease, Solo Sikoa going to break out of that one, giving him the advantage. LA Knight with a big kick to the gut. The BFT, the blunt force trauma. And now it's LA Knight's turn to be on the wrong end of a dodgy rope break decision. And he's having a few words with the ref. He's saying, look at me, I am LA Knight, yeah. And what are you doing? Why are you ruining this matchup?
I've got to be honest.
And LA Knight with the BFT again, the blunt force trauma for a second time. Charles Robinson not calling the rope break this time, and Solo Sikoa kicks out.
I think Charles Robinson needs to understand that a rope swipe is not a rope break.
LA Knight wondering, what have I got to do to get the win in this match? Perhaps the roll-up takes Solo Sikoa by surprise, and Solo gets that shoulder up. LA Knight took just a little bit too long to wind up the punch there. Solo catches him, pop-up, Samoan drop. That could take all the wind out of LA Knight. He says, Solo Sikoa says he's going to break Knight, but there's a big right hand from the megastar. And again, LA Knight taking too long to get to the top rope, caught by Solo Sikoa. Stomp to the back of the head. And now Solo going to head to the top rope once more. A lot of high-flying action in this match, which I did not expect. I expected this to be a bit more of a slugfest. Solo decides against it, looking for a clothesline. LA Knight catches him by surprise, but isn't able to follow up. Neither is Solo.
Yeah, playing possum there, LA Knight.
This is a hard-fought match. And another right hand. LA Knight is really looking for some big manoeuvre off the top rope, but Solo Sikoa is aware of it. He keeps getting out of the way. As LA Knight looking for a top rope superplex. It takes down both men, although only for a brief moment. Knight dragging Sikoa into another corner, again taking him to the top rope. What's he looking for this time? He's signalling to the crowd, LA Knight. What's he going to do? Oh my goodness. Up to the top. The athleticism of LA Knight with another top rope superplex into the cover. Surely that's it. No! Solo kicks out again.
Wow. Not even close, not even that close to a 3. Unbelievable.
Solo! Solo with a roll up! Catching him by surprise. It's only a 1 count, LA Knight. He was wise to it. That big boot could be enough. Solo! Out of nowhere! A Samoan spike! Where did that come from? Oh my god. He did not even get a 1.
Oh my God in heaven.
LA Knight with the BFT!
That has to be it.
But he's not done yet. I don't know what LA Knight is thinking here. Big knee drop to Solo Sikoa. Looking for it one more time. The BFT!
It's over. It is over.
LA Knight is heading to the final. A hard-fought victory, both men giving it their all in this contest. And in the end, it's LA Knight that walks away with the W. LA Knight is 1 match away from potentially being the WWE champion. huge result for him. Well, we have to move on. We're heading over to the tag team division for this one. We already know our SmackDown Tag Team Championship match at Night of Champions, and much like we saw over on Raw, we're going to see half of both teams in action tonight. Up first,
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Pretty Deadly from Grays, England, weighing in at 172 pounds, Elton Prince.
that's right, Elton Prince representing Pretty Deadly in this one. His first taste of singles action in the season. Pretty Deadly were very impressive in their performance last week to qualify for the championship match, but can he repeat that act both tonight and, more importantly, perhaps, can he repeat it at Night of Champions?
Well, this is the first time I've been treated to an entrance by Elton Prince. It's something. It's interesting. We'll say that much. Fair play.
Do not be deceived, though, as we saw last week, both him and his tag team partner in Pretty Deadly, they could get the job done when the bell rings. But he's taken on certainly a tag team star, but also perhaps a future solo star as well in Montez Ford.
Let's go. My guy. Love a bit of Montez Ford.
232 pounds, Montez Ford.
Montez, of course, the representative tonight for the Street Profits. He's hyped up. He's ready for this. Of course, one of these men involved in this match will be walking out of Night of Champions with tag team gold around their waist. But which one will it be? The Street Profits will undoubtedly go into that match as the favourites, but Pretty Deadly, they've made a quick impact in a very short amount of time. They're not ones to be counted out by any means. Who's walking away with the W in this one match?
Got to give it to my boy Montez Ford. I just think he's a complete package. He can wrestle, he's got a great look, he's a great talker, and he gets the job done in the ring. At the end of the day, that's what you've got to do in this.
Well, I'll tell you what, Elton Prince flying out of the gates with a takedown and several right hands, looking to throw Montez Ford off his game early, but he's going to whiff that strike there, and that's going to allow Montez Ford to get back into the game, except, of course, he's going to miss his own. That's a beautiful hip toss from Elton Prince. Montez Ford perhaps wasn't expecting this in the early goings, but he's got the ability, he's got the wherewithal, he's got the intelligence to get back into it. As that big pile driver, well, that's going to be the great equaliser right there, I think. Referee calling another stupid rope break. We got rid of Charles Robinson, I can see, since the last match. It's John Cone who's here for some reason.
I'll be honest, I think it might be a hair dye job.
Either that, or they all share the one brain cell that is permanently damaged.
It's nice to know the incompetence of
Montez
referees transcends sports.
Yeah, it's true. No matter where you go, they are useless.
Yeah.
Montez Ford, we saw a moment ago, with a headbutt into the corner. No one was home. A standing Spanish fly! That's the athleticism of Montez Ford on display as he makes the cover off of that. He gets a 2 count as well. Almost gets the job done with an incredible feat of athleticism.
I'll be honest, that was pretty impressive acting, no pun intended, because Elton Prince looked absolutely dead. He had the face of a corpse right there.
Montez Ford slowing the match down, which is interesting because I would have thought that a faster pace of matchup would have suited him quite nicely.
Maybe he's trying to prove that he can do it in a slower pace.
Oh, Montez Ford! Montez Ford with the crotch chops, making fun of Pretty Deadly. Looked like he's going for a suicide dive, and instead he goes off the top rope. And he's doing the crotch chops again.
Let's go.
Montez Ford, he is fired up.
He's enjoying himself tonight, and who can
And
blame
off
him?
of
Who can blame him?
the springboard frog splash to the back of Elton Prince, and then Zaguri. Oh, Montez Ford whipping the suicide dive. That's going to put a stop to his momentum. And that's going to be Elton Prince's chance to take advantage of the suplex on the side. Now off the ring post. The last thing Montez Ford needs before Night of Champions is a concussion. He needs to be careful.
He needs to be careful, but I suppose he's also... It's 50-50. He's reliant on Prince not abusing the rules, kind of bending the law to his own benefit.
Montez Ford, he's looking fired up as he hit that big move off of the top. Went over the top and hit a neck breaker. And now, a famouser by Montez Ford. Shades of Billy Gunn with that one. Montez Ford, he says, I don't know, man. And he's going to go for a frog splash. Turns around in midair, but nobody home. Elton Prince was wise to it. Big back elbow now from Elton Prince. Ford pulling himself up into the corner. That could be a dangerous position as the elbow takes him off his feet. There's an elbow drop from Elton Prince. Now looking for an Irish whip. Montez Ford with the counter. Goes under. Leapfrogs over. And Elton Prince, very smart from Elton Prince, just diverted the trajectory of his run enough to throw Ford off. And that big boot could be all she wrote in this match. Montez Ford had the rope. He was holding the rope. That was a rope break. And the referee's bottled it. The referee has bottled it. And now Elton Prince with a beatdown on Montez Ford. No sportsmanship on display whatsoever.
That is a frankly disgraceful refereeing decision. There's not really much more that can be said. If you've got a pair of eyes and a pair of brain cells, you can see that. You don't need me to say it.
I cannot believe the tragedy that we have witnessed. Again, another consecutive week of rope break nonsense.
Yes, rope break chicanery, one might say.
Right, it's time to head on. We're heading over to the women's division. And we're going to see all of the SmackDown women who are going to be competing in Night of Champions, both in the WWE Women's Championship match and in the Women's Tag Team Championship match. It is a 6-woman tag team match. Let's get this one underway.
Exciting stuff.
Damage control. Yeah.
Now first, it is the trio known as Damage Control.
The following contest is a 6-woman tag team match. On the way to the ring, Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Damage Control.
Now, just as a refresher, Bailey and Dakota Kai will be facing Katana Chance and Kaden Carter for the women's tag team titles at Night of Champions. Meanwhile, their partner in crime, Io Sky, she's going to be in that fatal 4-way match for the WWE Women's Championship. We already know 2 of the other participants, and The Rock has promised us we will find out tonight who the 4th woman in that match is, handpicked by The Rock himself. And if you're Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Asuka, there's going to have to be a bit of resentment for that individual. Those 3 individuals had to go through qualifiers, while The Rock has simply picked the 4th participant in that match.
Yep. And while in this case they've got a point, it doesn't really take much to get damage control to resent you. Let's be real.
I'm on my own against the world.
From Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
So the first of their opponents in this match, Bianca Belair. Very gifted competitor, let's put it that way. She can do everything with relative ease.
Yep. She's got it all.
Power game, striking, speed. She can do a bit of high flying if she wants to. So absolutely not a competitor to underestimate at all.
You would have to be mad, arrogant, or stupid to underestimate Bianca Belair.
All three.
Probably, yeah, I was gonna say probably all three. Probably all three. Probably all three.
Alright, here comes the third participant in that contest. And a personal favourite of my co-commentator, you will recall.
Let's go, it's Asuka, let's go. I wasn't actually looking at the time, but I knew who it was as soon as you said. I am a predictable man, but I do have good taste. In this case, I definitely have good taste. No one can accuse me of having bad taste when it comes to Asuka.
Going to be a bit of an uneasy alliance between Asuka and Bianca Belair in this contest. It's well known that these two don't particularly get on. But if they're not careful, damage control can take them both out of the equation before they even get to Night of Champions. So it's an alliance of necessity.
Yeah.
For Asuka and Bianca tonight. But they're not alone. As we somehow just phased through Bianca with the camera there, that was wild.
Bianca Belair can do it all. Even break the laws of physics.
Jesus, man.
Sheesh.
But it's time to find out who Asuka and Bianca's partner is. The fourth woman, handpicked by The Rock for that championship match. Of course it is.
Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. I don't know why, but it makes sense.
And from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Alright, well, you've seen the teams. So which team is walking out with the dub? I want everyone's opinion on this.
I think I've got to give it to Damage Control purely because they have worked as a team so often and so well. They have the chemistry, they have that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost telepathic connection in the ring. And you, no matter how good the three individual members are, when you haven't worked together as a team on a regular, successful basis, you just can't recreate that. It takes time and it takes patience and it takes personalities that don't clash, and I don't think the other three ladies in this match have that in their locker.
Gudgeon, thank you for the raid. How you doing? Join us as Charlotte Flair is taking a sweet time making her entrance to the match. Now she's demanding that Charles Robinson remove the robe. Little Nate and the daughter of Nate. What a team.
If I don't see Ric Flair come out in the next 5 seconds, I will be sorely disappointed.
Charlotte Flair ready to go in this one. Tag team contest underway. We start with Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Quick neck breaker by Bianca to kick things off. Looking for a splash. Io going to get out of the way of that. And already Io Sky going to tag out to the Go to Kai. Big strikes back and forth. A leg sweep. Looking for the stomp, doesn't get it. And now Bianca looking to take control. Asuka now into this matchup. Asuka springboarding, looking for the drop kick, nobody home. Guy saw that one coming, and yet not able to capitalise. It's these quick strikes from Asuka. Going to take control of the mat. And now here comes the Queen, Charlotte Flair. In comes Io Sky as well. Two of the participants in that championship match, and Charlotte Flair out of the gates quick. Mat slam from Io into the cover. Gets a one. That's all she's going to get. Roll up from Charlotte. Catching Io by surprise. Not going to get anything from that. Drop kick. Io Sky will not be intimidated by Charlotte Flair, but she is going to tag out to Bayley. Bayley and Charlotte, obviously, a lot of history between these two.
Yep. There's few women.
Charlotte taking the early advantage.
There's few women in this business with greater history together than those two.
Charlotte was looking for a big signature chop. Bayley, she knew it was coming. She knows every trick in the Queen's playbook. Little Nate, Charles Robinson, trying to get in the way there. That doesn't look like some impartial officiating to me. There's some big strikes to Bayley, and now Bianca gets involved.
Gotta say, disappointed in Charles Robinson. Is it Charles Robinson? It is Charles Robinson. Disappointed in Charles Robinson. He can't even be consistently stupid correctly.
Bayley gets out of the way of the standing moonsault, winding Bianca Belair, at least for the moment, looking for a roll-up to capitalise on that. Charles Robinson in position, but never going to trouble Bianca, to be honest. Irish Whip first, sends Bayley to the outside, and Charlotte going to get involved. Bayley not taking kindly to that. Bianca whiffs the suicide dive, and Bayley taking the fight to Charlotte. And she would love every opportunity to get a bit of a cheap shot in on Charlotte like she does there. Oh, Io Sky stuns Bianca with a cheap shot, and Bayley looking for a roll-up to capitalise on it. The cover now, one. That's only a one.
Yep, a little bit too early there. A little bit too early.
Bayley with a Bayleyplex, nicely executed. Bianca going to catch her though. She's jaw-jacking a little bit. Looking for that moonsault again, and this time it does connect. Bianca tagging out, as does Bayley. Two fresher women going to come into this match now. Asuka and Io Sky. What a match this would be. We could get a full match between these two competitors.
Yep, sadly the nature of this...
And again, a cheap shot after cheap shot. But Asuka keeping alive. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Not at all. I'm just saying the nature of this match means it's unlikely to transpire, but it would be a beautiful, beautiful contest. No doubt about it.
Big jerk suplex from Asuka, folding up Io Sky. Asuka seems to have had the better of this exchange. She's going to tag Bianca back in. Both teams doing a very good job of keeping themselves fresh, not letting one member of the team get too isolated by the opposition. Io rolls through that, big kick and another one. A spear from Bianca! The moment Dakota set foot in the ring, she got speared out of her boots. Bianca. Alley-oop facebuster. Bianca starting to take a bit more of a dominant position in the match. Takes out Io whilst Dakota was down, but it's going to give Dakota a chance to get some momentum going. Dakota able to fight her way out of that predicament. A big kick. Dropping Bianca, going to stop her from rolling out of the ring. Nicely executed. Dakota Kai into a submission maneuver, and Bianca going to get out of that so easily. I don't even know why Asuka felt the need to get involved there. If I am being completely honest. Up she goes, and down she goes. A glam slam by Bianca. Gets a quick cover off of it, and Io Sky practically flew across the ring to make the save on that one. Needs a gutbuster for her trouble. Asuka tanked in, as is Bayley. Bayley tries to duck, ends up standing up right into that drop kick. Asuka, snap German suplex, brilliantly executed by the Empress of Tomorrow. Now here comes the Queen, Charlotte Flair, again taking out the leg of Bayley. Oh, taking a little bit too much time to posture though. Bayley looking for a roll up. Again, I'm not sure it's going to get the job done. No, it doesn't even get a 1 count off of it. Shin breaker, corkscrew combination from Bayley. Drops the elbow as well. And our damage control working together, sending Flair out of the ring. Looking now perhaps to isolate her, but Charlotte, quick to react. Electric chair drop. Changes the momentum of the contest. Charlotte Flair taking a shot at Dakota Kai, and a big boot to Bayley. She will not be intimidated by the numbers game. Bayley brings Asuka into the match. Tries to do the same to Bianca, but Bianca was always going to see that coming. And now Bayley ducks underneath. Looking for the Bayley to belly. It connects. That could be it. Bianca's there. She makes the save. There you go. Bayley telling Asuka to get in the ring, and then calls her a loser. Very mature. Well, Bayley's not winning that exchange at all. It's not gone well for Bayley. Although Charlotte Flair now looks to be in a precarious position. Bayley with the rose plant. And this time it's Asuka who's going to make the save. The top rope. Charlotte's there to meet her though. Only getting one count out of that. Asuka now getting involved in the match. Bayley wisely rolling to the outside of the ring. Charlotte trying to take a cheap shot against Bayley. Instead, Bayley's going to be the one to take advantage and send her into the steps, and now Bianca's getting involved. As Bianca and Asuka have taken out both members of Damage Control on the apron. Bianca absolutely whiffs the suicide dive. Sky now decided that she wants to get involved in the action here.
Apologies, what have I missed?
A bit of a scrap.
A bit of a fucking cheeky
As we
brawl.
now hit an 8 count. Both women going to get back in the ring though. Both trying to put each other through the announce table. It didn't work out in the end. And Bayley again looking for the rose plant. This time on Belair, it does connect. The cover's made. 1, 2. Charlotte just in the nick of time making the save there. And now Damage Control just trying to looking like they want to inflict as much punishment as possible onto Belair, looking for a detonation kick. Belair gets out of the way of it. Dakota going to fight out of that. Kai off the ropes, looking for the chiropractor, and she does get it. Over the top with the backstabber. And Asuka going to make the save before it even gets a proper count going. Bayley and Asuka having a bit of a scrap here. And now it's Io Sky in this match. Irish Whip reversal by Bianca. So important there. As Io, the big strikes.
I almost want to say a wrestling match is broken out.
God, could you imagine?
Unbelievable. On a wrestling show and all. Crazy.
Into the cover goes Io Sky, and she breaks it up. She says she's not done with Bianca quite yet. Now Io gonna head to the top rope, looking for that beautiful moonsault. She does get it into the cover. Bianca in real trouble here. She gets the shoulders up. I have no idea what Dakota Kai thinks she was doing there, but it didn't work.
I mean, you're lucky Bianca Belair was so resilient because no one was coming to save her. She was all on her own then in there.
Hang on, we saw this last week. Top rope Spanish fly. And we know the combination to follow it up that finished off the match last time for Io as she struggles to get to the top. Bianca moves out of the way of the moonsault. She's going to tag out to Asuka. I think it's the wise move. Bianca, she took a bit of a beating while she was in the ring. Fresh participant was needed. As Asuka is just outclassing Io Sky up to this point, I should say. And that snap German suplex. Io Sky luckily was close enough to make the tag to Bayley. Bayley's coming from a mile away, let's be honest. Bayley looking for the Bayley to belly. She does get it. Asuka in trouble now. Bayley looking for the rose plant. And she does get the finishing maneuver. Bayley, feet on the ropes for leverage, but Bianca's there regardless to break it up. I think all hell is starting to break loose in this match. Oh, yeah, in a second. Io Sky was in the way of Dakota Kai there. Asuka looking to get Charlotte involved. Where's Charlotte's? Is Charlotte walking out? Is she? No, she's not walking out. She's joining the scrap on the outside of the ring. It's all guns blazing.
So, a fight broke out, then a wrestling match broke out in the fight, and then a fight broke out in the wrestling match. If I've got my story right.
I think that's what happened. Oh dear. That could be curtains with Dakota Kai. Everyone's finally back where they need to be in this contest as Asuka with the cover here. Dakota could have gone for a rope break there, but as we've seen earlier tonight, Charles Robinson is not to be trusted with rope breaks.
We don't have a referee we can trust with rope breaks, I don't think.
Charlotte takes out Dakota Kai, but it is actually Io who's the legal competitor. Only gets the one off of the backslide though, as the two lock eyes. I think this might be the longest match we've had today already.
You might be right. I think you might be right.
Anything seems to go in this one. Referee has completely lost control of the matchup, I think. Here we go again. Io looking for another cheeky roll up. Not getting anything off that. Charlotte moves out of the way. Big chop. Big slap. Looking for a punch. Doesn't get that one. Jumping DDT. Takes down the Queen. But not for long. Yeah, Scott. She's looking for it again. This time to Charlotte. I mean, she can hit this move as many times as she wants. I will never get tired of seeing just the sheer athleticism it takes to pull off that Spanish fly. Beautifully done. Going into the cover this time.
Spanish flies are in fact the best kind of flies.
Io. Oh, she took just too long there. She was going for the moonsault, but Charlotte back to her feet just in time. She gets dropped by an axe handle though. Charlotte in trouble. Moonsault connects. Charlotte now with the kick out. Yeah, takes out Asuka. Tries to take out Belair. She gets caught. And again she gets caught. Can Charlotte capitalise on what was really a bit of arrogance from Sky? Big exploder into the corner. Now Charlotte finally going to tag out to Bianca Belair. Now Bianca choking Io Sky. She needs to be careful. That could be a disqualification if she holds it for too long. She does release it in time.
I mean, to be honest, if she thinks she can get something past Lil Nate, I wouldn't be surprised.
Big forearm by Belair. Oh, look at the strength of Bianca there. Io Sky needs to make a tag in quickly. Asuka looking to strike, but she's just too late. Several quick kicks by Dakota there. Oh, last one's caught by Asuka. If anyone knows anything about kicks and how to counter them, it would be Asuka. Bianca back in the matchup now. Kai catches her. Again looking for that submission maneuver that she attempted earlier in the contest. Might have more success this time, but it is Asuka that's going to break it up. And now Io tossing Bianca out of the ring. There's an opportunity here for damage control. The chiropractor to Bianca Belair. The cover. No one to make the save. And it's over. Brilliant teamwork by Damage Control.
Yep. And it was just that extra bit of chemistry, that extra bit of teamwork that did it for Damage Control in the end. Brilliant performance.
Well, advantage Damage Control heading towards Night of Champions. Could they be about to walk out of the show with 2 championships among their numbers? Well, you can't say they didn't earn it. They had to fight for that one.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, it's time to find out the 3rd participant in the United States Championship match at Night of Champions. Robert Roode and Cameron Grimes have already qualified.
Making his way to the ring from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 209 pounds,
Ashante Adonis making his first appearance of the season.
Very gripped out, I must say.
An exciting opportunity for this young man as he looks to become the United States Champion of SmackDown.
Massive opportunity for Adonis. Let's see if he takes it.
Now, his opponent, not one to be overlooked. Austin Theory.
Oh, it's your favourite wrestler.
weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory.
Well, those who have been around the channel for a while might recall this man got a particularly big win in my GM, if you recall. Beating Randy Orton at WrestleMania in that series, so can he carry over that momentum to this series? What do you think, Madge? Which one of these men is joining Cameron Grimes and Robert Roode?
I don't know, it's a good question. I feel like this is... Maybe Theory has the slightly bigger profile, maybe he's got the slight advantage, but I don't know, I think Adonis has got something about him. He's got a substance to him, he's got something to him. I think it's a wash here, I'm not sure I can call this, but I think Adonis might just steal it tonight.
It would be a disappointment for Theory if he can't make it into that matchup, so let's see how this goes. Ashante Adonis and Austin Theory for a spot in the United States Championship match. Remember, there is a 4th participant to be added to that match by The Rock, handpicked by The Rock. That participant will be revealed at Night of Champions. We're already heading to the outside of the ring with a big back suplex on the apron. Austin Theory showing off a little bit after quite literally one move. Get back in the ring, kid. We'll get back in the ring. He does. And that's a good powerbomb from Theory. I'll tell you what, so far he does appear to be getting the job done. It's early days though.
Still a lot of the match left to go.
Has to make
Still a lot of the match left to go.
The thing you worry about with Austin Theory is whether or not he's going to let his ego get to him as the match progresses.
Gets distracted by the crowd very easily, Theory does.
Beautifully executed drop kick there. It has been all Austin Theory so far in this contest.
I wonder if, maybe this is a stretch, but I wonder if Adonis is just going to let Theory burn himself out. And wait. Like you said, wait for his ego to overtake him.
See you, Gudgeon.
See you, Gudgeon. Have a good night.
Thanks for popping by. Austin Theory looking for a suicide dive. No. Austin Theory hasn't got time for those sort of shenanigans. He's going to let Adonis get back in the ring.
Took Adonis a while. He's really taken.
He tried to duck out of the way of that cross body, but he just sort of moved into the way of it. Really. Now Adonis starting to come back in this match. Theory though with a roll up, taking Adonis by surprise. Only gets a 1 count. I was wondering how many times he was going to spin around for that move. Theory heading to the top rope looking for a big manoeuvre. No. Crowd wanted to see it, so he's decided, you know what, I'll tell you what, that is some strength from Theory there though. Now showing a little bit of disrespect to his opponent. Big forearm as well. Combination from Theory. Oh, I'll tell you what, Theory, he's putting in a very professional performance to this point. And now rolls through into the drop kick, brilliantly executed by Theory.
Yeah. There's no doubt about his ability. It's just like we've said, the stuff around his wrestling is what lets him down, really.
Looks very pleased with himself, doesn't he? Well, hang on a second. Theory putting his hands on the official, tossing him out of the ring. That's technically not a disqualification. Oh, but Theory, I think Theory was looking for something there. Charles Robinson gets back in the ring at the nick of time, luckily for Adonis. Theory looking to steal an opportunity. Adonis going to kick out of that powerbomb.
Gotta be honest,
Theory having a word with Charles Robinson.
I have to bring some attention to this. I thought I saw Robinson try and lock up with Theory when he grabbed him. Must have called him Little Nate for a reason.
That's an excellently executed brainbuster there. Adonis with a roll-up, looking to steal an opportunity. No, doesn't even come close really, but that big boot might do it. Adonis now looking fired up, looking to get back into this match. DDT connects. Irish whip from Adonis. He gets caught though by Theory, but it's Adonis who's going to follow up here. Oh, Adonis is raking at the eyes and the face and the nose of Theory. Charles Robinson needs to do something about this.
To be fair, I think that's Theory getting a taste of his own medicine. He wouldn't hesitate to do that if the shoe was on the other foot.
Into the corner we go. Theory with a clothesline, dropping him, and a big over the top with the neck breaker. Fantastic athleticism and execution by Austin Theory. Looking now to finish this one off. Looking for the A-Town down. It does connect. I think that might be all she wrote. Gets the 2, gets the 3. Austin Theory is heading to that United States Championship match.
For all the criticisms we made of him tonight, that was a very good performance from Theory. Deserved win.
Professional. He got the job done. Looks like he tried to cheat a little bit when he threw Robinson out of the ring. We're not sure entirely what he was going for because it didn't come off for him, but in the end he got the job done on his own merit.
Yep. And to be fair, if a Little Nature landed on his head hard enough, he might learn what a rope break is.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Don't hold out hope, guys.
Alright, well, we head into our next match, which, it doesn't involve anyone at Night of Champions, and it doesn't involve... it's not a qualifying match of any sort. These two men will not be at Night of Champions, but it's a chance to stake their claim going forward. And up first, there's a familiar face, and someone who many would say, and I think my co-commentator would say, got robbed in that quarter-final against Randy Orton. It is Sheamus.
Indeed he did. And he may be my countryman, he may be the world's most ripped, the world's only ripped Discord moderator. But there's no doubting, he got absolutely robbed blind. Daylight robbery.
But I actually caught up with Sheamus earlier tonight before the show started, and he says that he believes it was a rope break. He believes that pinfall should not have counted. If the match had continued, he would have defeated Randy Orton. He came close with the higher cross. But Sheamus has been around long enough to know that these things happen, so he's just going to sit back, he's going to observe, and he'll be back when it comes to that Universal Championship. So keep an eye on Sheamus. And here comes a man who was unsuccessful in qualifying for the United States Championship match. It was Cameron Grimes that got the win in that match, but it is Grayson Waller here tonight.
Doesn't sound like a popular man with this crowd.
No. Well, last week's snap match did not really have a Grayson Waller effect, but at least not in the way that he would have hoped. But can he do it tonight? Can he get the win against Sheamus? I think I know what you're going to say. Man, can I get your thoughts and can I get the thoughts to chat?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I asked.
You could have asked more insightful questions such as, is grass green? Is water wet? Does the Pope wear a stupid hat?
The answer to all of these questions is no.
No. The Pope's hat is not stupid, it is drippy, and anyone who says otherwise is offending my religion and offending my sense of fashion, even more importantly.
In order of importance. Oh, a big slingshot from Waller. My head's still in the last match, apparently.
Your head's probably trying to figure out why I started talking about the Pope.
Yeah, you bamboozled me. Oh, Sheamus with an early Irish curse backbreaker in this match. Are you not entertained, says Sheamus.
The Irish gladiator.
Well, that match last week, I think, has lit a fire under Sheamus. He wants to show what he's made of. He wants to show what he can do. He wants to get back in contention for that World Championship. It's a backbreaker, well executed by Sheamus, and the fury, the pent-up aggression of Sheamus, giving him quite the advantage so far in this match. As Waller going to take a trip to the outside, and Sheamus is just going to toss him back in. Waller's not having a good time in this one. Sheamus is just... He's taking the piss, Sheamus. Look at this. Tosses him to the outside now. Oh, this is just not going Grayson Waller's way at all in this contest.
End of the day, Sheamus comes from a country where taking the piss is a national sport, and this is, for him, the Olympics.
Not often that you see Sheamus go to the top rope like that, but he connects with it, but Waller's going to follow it up with a bit of offense of his own. Can Waller start to get some momentum as a DDT? And a big boot to follow it up. Nice combination. Oh, and now Waller with the unprotected shots to the back of the skull. This has not been a wrestling match so far. This has just been two guys having a fight. And that's okay.
It's like a bar fight where only one man is blackout drunk.
What is Waller doing? Disrespecting Sheamus like that. Sheamus was waiting for him to turn round. And he went for a second knee, and this time Waller knew it was coming. Waller, what are you doing? You absolute buffoon. Sheamus connecting with the knee again. Every time that Waller shows a little bit of disrespect, it's not working.
I mean, I don't really see why Waller's showing disrespect in a match where he's getting stomped into the ground. I would focus on getting back into the match first.
Sheamus looking quite comfortable in this contest, it has to be said. Looking for a powerbomb, he does get it. Sheamus looking for white noise, I think, or maybe another Irish curse, looking for a big hitting move, but Waller's able to fight out of it before he really gets it set up. Heading to the second rope. What's he doing here? Oh, what an elbow drop from Waller. Not off the turnbuckle, but off the rope itself. Very nicely done. And now Waller messing with the turnbuckle pad. What on earth is he playing at?
Yeah, I don't know where Waller's head is right now.
Sheamus looking for another powerbomb. He sees the referee dealing with the turnbuckle pad. And he knows while the referee is distracted, there's no point going for the finish. But Waller to give him a chance to fight back in this match. Sheamus perhaps wanted the match to end there. Kick out by Sheamus.
Yeah, but on this one, you can't necessarily blame Robertson. He's got to put that turnbuckle back.
For once, he's doing the right
For
thing.
once. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Ooh! A great combination by Waller, and he dumped Sheamus to the outside. Waller really starting to come into his own in this match as time wears on. Oh, never mind. Sheamus catches him in midair, and it's a bad landing for him. Big kick from Waller as well. A big elbow drop. I'll tell you what, if Grayson Waller, you'll take a count out win over Sheamus. You win this match by any means necessary. It'd be huge regardless of how it happens. Sheamus can send him back into the ring there. And now, look at Waller. Waller begging for mercy. Rolls through with a stunner! Brilliant from Grayson Waller. And Sheamus just gets their shoulder up at 2.
Good lord.
I can't believe Sheamus fell for that.
I mean, I really thought that Sheamus was done for there. We know how devastating the stunner is. Anyone with any sense knows how devastating the stunner is.
Waller was on the other side of the ring begging for mercy. The way he rolled through into the stunner, that was superb. Great ring awareness, great ring IQ from Grayson Waller, and a suicide dive dropping Sheamus now. This has suddenly become a very competitive matchup. Then another knee there. It's gonna drop. Grayson Waller. Waller, oh, I thought he was going for the stunner again. This time it's more of a face buster. I'm not going to get quite as much mileage out of that one. And over Waller with a big spine buster. Sheamus. He's not moving as well as he was earlier in the match. Here he goes. Looking up. Fight back in this one. He's fired up now. The crowd are behind him. Waller with the roll up though. He gets the win.
Oh my god.
Sheamus cannot catch a break.
Cannot believe it.
A huge win for Grayson Waller. I tell you what, he was unfortunate when it came to the US Championship, but maybe he's just propelled himself into the conversation for the for the WWE Championship. A monumental upset. That's got to be the upset of the series so far. And I can feel the devastation radiating from my broadcast partner.
I prefer not to speak.
Speaking of the WWE Universal Championship, it is time for our main event. And it is the other semi-final in the tournament. We saw LA Knight progress to the final last night at the expense of Solo Sikoa. Who will he be facing?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 273 pounds, the All
I'd say he's built like a truck, but that's giving too much credit to the truck.
Bobby Lashley is muscle upon muscle, but not only is he strong, he is deceptively quick and agile. He really is the complete package. He's everything you want if you want to be world champion.
You've got to give the man a lot of credit as well. I mean, at the start of his career, he had potential, but he had a lot of obvious flaws. Maybe not the most charismatic, maybe not the greatest speaker, could be a little sloppy in the ring, but he has worked so hard over the years. He's had a great career and he has made more than good on the potential he showed all those years ago.
Some might argue he's a late bloomer, but better late than never, I might say.
A flower that blooms is still a flower.
I'll tell you who was not a late bloomer though, was his opponent, the youngest world champion in history.
We're talking about late bloomers. This man is evergreen. He doesn't seem to age at all. Not well, not badly. He just doesn't age.
75 pounds, the fighter, Randy Orton.
But I keep getting your predictions, but I'm fascinated to hear it in this one. Who is going to be facing LA Knight at Night of Champions?
I think, to be honest, any match that Randy Orton's in, there's very few exceptions. You kind of have to put him as the favourite. He's such an intelligent man, an intelligent wrestler. He is a dangerous individual. Always has been, and always will be.
Well, chat, feel free to get your own predictions in for this one. The Viper coiled and ready to strike at a moment's notice, but he's up against... I don't know, what would you say in this scenario? Is Bobby Lashley the unstoppable force, or is the immovable object? Or is he both?
Yeah, he might be both. He might be both. Good point. I think the sheer size and build and stature of the man, he's probably the immovable object. But the sheer tenacity, the sheer will, the sheer mental strength, the games that Orton plays, he is an unstoppable force.
That's a good way of looking at it. I like it.
Thank you.
You should be in for a good contest there.
No doubt about it.
Orton versus Lashley in the semi-finals, the WWE Championship Tournament. We get this one underway. Lock up early on. Big strikes and Orton with a drop kick, taking the first advantage in this match, we could say. Lashley going to fight back. One thing you will say is that Lashley has the strong advantage in this contest.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
As he's just demonstrated there. Randy Orton is not a small man, and yet he's being tossed around like he's nothing by Bobby Lashley. Look at this. Yep. Look at the power. How are you meant to compete with that? Orton is going to be meticulous. There'll be no wasted motion from Randy Orton. He's going to take his time. He's going to plan 4 steps ahead. Well, I say that, and then he goes and whiffs a double axe handle from the second. That's not very characteristic of Randy Orton.
Yeah, very often, very rarely does he miss a move, Randy Orton, really. Very, very rarely.
Lashley, I think Lashley was playing some mind games there, and it seemed to work. Not sure what he was up to. That's a powerbomb from Lashley. Going very well for the Almighty thus far. Orton not risking a rope break with Charles Robinson as the referee.
Yep. I don't think anyone would risk anything to do with a rope break under Charles Robinson. Why would you?
Well executed knee drop by Orton. Lashley though going to fight back. And a sidewalk slam. Lashley definitely having the advantage in this contest to this point, but Orton by no means out of it. But we talk about the strength of Lashley. There's the power of Orton with a fall-away slam. Perfectly executed. And now looking for a Canadian neck breaker. And he does get that as well. Now it's time for some vintage Orton. The Orton stomp on every single limb. Trying to maximise the pain and suffering of his opponent. Took just too long to try and plan what he was doing there, but Lashley with the roll up, not going to get anything for that. I think that was just a chance to take control of the match. Orton now with a roll up of his own, the cover. Gets a 2 off of that, and Lashley has to roll out of the ring to try and regroup. And again, Orton moves out of the way, another roll up. And again, Lashley kicking out at 2. Orton, I think Orton was looking for an RKO there. But Lashley grabs him just in time. Oh, Orton with a poke to the eye. A poke to the eye by Orton. Robinson doesn't see it, and the RKO connects. Lashley could be done for. No one gets their shoulder up.
How typical was that of Randy Orton? How typical was that?
Orton taking a moment to pose. He knows he's taken firm control of this contest now. Slow it to a crawl. Take it at his pace. Slowly pick apart Bobby Lashley. You saw, of course, the referee was behind the men whilst Lashley had Orton in the gorilla press. He wasn't in a position to see the eye poke, which would have been a disqualification. And just like that, Randy Orton in complete control of this match. By hook or by crook, it would seem that Randy Orton is desperate. He desires to be the WWE champion one more time. We make our way back into the ring now for this one. The rare sight here now is Randy Orton makes his way to the top rope. Looking for a cross body, well executed once again. Now Orton working down the legs of Lashley, trying to take away the strength, the speed, trying to take away the spear. As Lashley now, speaking of the strength of Lashley, it's a bear hug. Orton needs to watch out here. He needs to get out of this quickly. He does get out of it quickly.
Classic old star submission from Lashley. But I think what Orton's trying to do here is turn the major advantage of Lashley into a disadvantage. He's trying to immobilize him, and when you're that large, you're that well built, and you become immobilized, you are just a sitting duck and a target.
You can really see now that Randy Orton slowed this match to a crawl. No pace in the match whatsoever. No opportunity for Bobby Lashley to use that explosiveness that serves him so well. Orton now dragging Lashley across the ropes. Again, Orton does need to be careful to avoid disqualification. Lashley ducks underneath that clothesline, but he didn't have enough to get back to his feet afterwards. Orton tonight, he's walked in with a game plan. I think it has to be said. Lashley with a hip toss though. Orton needs to be careful that he doesn't let this match get away from him. As Lashley perhaps looking for the hurt lock. Orton wise to it though. Now Orton has Lashley in the ropes. Looking for a signature Orton maneuver in the spike DDT. Orton. Oh, we don't see this too often. Orton for the punt kick. Lashley's out, but the referee calls the rope break. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Orton is irate.
He was nowhere near. He was nowhere near.
Orton strikes the ref.
There's only one question I've got to ask Charles Robinson. What is blood actually doing?
Randy Orton's got himself disqualified. Bobby Lashley's won this match. Orton striking with the chair. Charles Robinson's back. I don't know if he disqualified him for the chair or if they're hitting into the referee. But Randy Orton just got himself disqualified. Bobby Lashley is somehow in the final.
Wow. Wow. I've just got to ask, with all his experience, all his know-how and his knowledge, what was Orton doing? What was he thinking?
Well, that's a question that only Randy Orton can answer for us.
Indeed.
That's going to be it. That is the end of the first of this batch of shows, and up next it will be Night of Champions. Thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. Take care and have a very good night.
Good night, everyone. Have a good one.